No extreme winds today. Seems like there's like a weird tint to the sky, sunlight, if that's the right way of saying it. We got a lot of clouds and stuff like that, and the sunlight trying to shine through it. And what was going on today? It's kind of interesting reading this, where apparently farmers are being told and advised to actually start using drones. This one says, farmers told to adopt drone technology to minimize input costs. Acharya N.G. Ranga Agricultural University Director of Research N. Trimerthulu on Saturday appealed to farmers to adopt drone technology to minimize the input costs on agricultural workers, apart from effective practices of seed sowing and spraying pesticides. Addressing a gathering of farmers from across the district at Agriculture Research Station here during the one-day Kisan Mela, Mr. Trimerthulu claimed that the research on developing new technology for testing moisture percent on a paddy was in progress. I guess if it is more efficient, then it makes sense. It does make me wonder though, for an average farmer, will they actually be required to have all the licensing stuff too? Or will it be kind of like what you've been reading, as a lot of drones are going to do things autonomously? So in that sense, if the drone's going to do stuff like that automatically, will they not need a license? Because in that sense, I could see there's no reason not to use it if it's affordable and it's more efficient and all that. Although we'll talk about, I guess, in the near future possibly helps this one. With all things like those COVIDs and stuff like that, shutdowns, people trying to track whoever has what. This one says, Quebec plans immunity passports as thousands sign up for vaccine appointments. Immunity passports? This one says, the province also plans to introduce so-called immunity passports at some point, which will allow people to prove they've been vaccinated and make it simpler to travel and perhaps even open some sectors of the economy. And this one made me wonder if this is true back then. It says, though the program is still in planning stages, Dubé likened it to a similar effort in 2009 when the province issued a paper record of vaccination against the H1N1 avian influenza. Only this time, it would be digital. Saying, quote, many companies would like to be the first to open their doors to people who have proof of vaccination. Dubé jokingly suggested, I probably went too far in discussing an idea that isn't yet fully formed, and the opposition in Quebec Solidaire MNA Gabriel Nadeau-Dubois quickly agreed with him. And I guess this quote is kind of the heart of the whole subject matter. It says, I'm surprised at the casualness with which the health minister is launching a debate on such an ethically sensitive subject. It's not trivial or insignificant. The potentially discriminatory effects of a vaccine passport are considerable, he said. It's not just about taking a plane or eating in a restaurant. It raises serious questions about access to housing or the ability to work. That's kind of true. Imagine if this actually goes out in that way. People are saying, oh, I can't hire you because you didn't get this and all that. I would think there's too many unknowns about stuff like this currently, isn't it? To even think about stuff like that. Because even like in these articles, it says, new national survey aims to enroll more than 600,000 participants to study vaccine side effects. So you really need to do your research to see what overall impact this stuff has on everyone in general, because for the most part, it's still being tested, isn't it? It's not like a 100% guarantee solution, so to speak. And to my understanding, the way vaccine works is it gives you kind of like a weaker dose of the virus or something like that to promote your body to develop things like antibodies to fight off the virus. Isn't that how it works in general? And at the same time, with that said, I did read there's some people who did have, for example, I don't know, allergic reactions or whatever you want to call it. So it doesn't work for everybody. So it makes you wonder like there, what would happen if they say, oh, they can't get it because of this? Are people going to say, oh, I'm just going to go apply for something saying, I'm exempt from getting this? And then what? Complete division again in every single way when you think about it. As well, with all the news that I read, apparently there's different variants, isn't it? Like the virus and stuff like that. So how does that work? If you get like just say a vaccine that was developed for this specific variant, then technically you shouldn't be covered for everything else as well, right? It'll be non-stop, ever evolving, which I think the only way to really catch up in that sense is hopefully one's body is good enough to fight it off, isn't it? Ultimately. just sitting there. Alright, see you guys later.